So it's only been 48 hours since my first reaction to the band Sabaton, and it was Night Witches that I saw. And I can't get this band out of my head. It is so hard for me not to just start binging on every single thing they've ever done. I think what I'm going to maybe do is maybe every Saturday come out with a new Sabaton reaction based on what everybody's recommending. I think the next one people want me to do after this one is maybe Bismarck, and then just there's a whole string after that. So I imagine I'll be busy for about a year with this. I don't know if I can wait that long, but I'm gonna try, and I'm really excited. So the one we have tonight, it's night right now. Whenever you watch this, I don't know, but the one we have in store for this evening is No Bullets Fly, another animated story. And I was actually told not to do any kind of research on this whatsoever, not into the song, nor into the story that surrounds it. Well, that makes it easy. I don't really have an introduction to do, so I got some time to kill. Okay, actually, instead of an introduction, I do have something to talk about really quick. So, in all of the people that responded, commented on Night Witches, there were a handful that said, "Greetings from Sweden." I'm in my last semester of grad school, and it's actually the last class I have to take. It's an international business course, which was actually supposed to finish out my MBA with an international business trip. And I think we're going to go to like Japan or something like that for a week. But like many things in life right now, it was canceled due to COVID. So instead, we have to do a class where we choose a country. We try to immerse ourselves as much as we can into the culture, into food, and learn as much as we can about the country. Then do some case studies on different businesses and economy and just all that other stuff. Unfortunately, it's not going to take the place of an actual business trip, but it clicked with me yesterday. I thought, guess what country I should do this on? Sweden. So, I know there's at least 5 or 6 of you who are from Sweden. So I ask a big favor of you. If you could please just let me know as much as you can about your country. It doesn't have to be crazy. I don't need a dissertation or anything like that. But what are things you like to do? What are some good cuisines from Sweden? I mean, of course, everybody knows about meatballs, but you know, I want to dig deeper than that. What kind of things do you drink? I just found out today that Absolute Vodka comes from Sweden, and you know, but I want to dig deeper than that. I mean, I'm very familiar with vodka, but what else do you have? You know, Swedish beer, maybe certain kinds of whiskeys. I don't know. Does mead fall in anywhere there? I know that's kind of like a Nordic thing, but I don't want to assume. So just let me know. What are some things you like to do? Maybe some traditions, some family traditions, maybe some cool festivals that happen, things like that. So put them in the comments. That would be amazing. I really appreciate it. And maybe I'll even share with you, you know, some of the projects I put together and things I talk about, just to make sure that I'm getting it right. So I appreciate your help in that. Anyways, the reason we're here, we're going to move on to No Bullets Fly. Again, I have no idea what this is. I don't know what time frame, what battle we're talking about. But honestly, if it's anything like the last animated story, I don't need any of that, because the whole thing was a history lesson in and of itself. So let's get into it. Okay, so here we go. No idea what to expect. And just to forewarn you, when I learned about Absolute, you know, I decided to pair it up with this video, maybe. Picked it up today. It's a Orient apple, vodka with apple and ginger flavor. It says mixed with cranberry juice. I didn't have cranberry juice. I did have lemonade. It's okay. It's pretty good. But it's hitting hard. So, okay, you've been warned. It's cool. So let's check this out. I have no idea what to expect. Um, 8 minutes long, almost 9 minutes long. Let's hit it.
It's December the 20th, 1943, and in
Okay,
the freezing air
World War
high
II
above
again.
Germany, Second Lieutenant Charles "Charlie" Brown is at the controls of his B-17F, ye old pub. At
Ye old
11:30,
pub.
approaching
Love
the
it.
target of the Focke-Wulf plant near Bremen, the pub is rocked as 4 explosions go off right in front of the B-17. A cry comes across the intercom. "We're hit!" In the plexiglass nose, a huge hole had been made and icy cold wind was being blown inside, making freezing conditions for the crew. Engine 2 had been hit, and co-pilot Spencer "Pinky" Luke let out an expletive as he noticed a huge hole in the right wing. Releasing their bombs over the factory, the crew turned to the north, planning to head over the coast, then turn west for home. With one engine out,
It's a
and
lot of
engine
planes.
4 now faulty, the pub started to fall back from the formation with another damaged plane. Sam "Blackie" Blackford in the ball turret watched as it disappeared into a cloud bank. There was an orange flash in the cloud. "Bandits!" Eckie shouted as 5 BF-109s streaked from the cloud bank. Then another cry. "Bandits!" as 8 FW-190s were spotted
Wow.
in formation ahead of the pub. Sergeant Bertram "Frenchy" Coulomb in the turret shot the 190 out of the sky. The navigator, Al "Doc" Sadek, took out the second. Pinky reported the engine.
This is a lot of information. I honestly don't even know how you do reactions to that. There's so much to take in. Obviously, I'm gonna have to watch this over and over and over again. I'm kind of getting an idea of what's happening here, but so far pretty cool. Let me just go ahead and back it up really quick.
Of the sky. The navigator, Al "Doc" Sadek, took out the second. Pinky reported that engine 3 had been hit. That left just one engine at full power. The BF-109s attacked the pub from behind, swarming all over. But due to the cold wind running through the pub, most of the guns were frozen.
Man.
In a turn now, the pub was repeatedly hit, taking extreme damage and killing the tail gunner. A shell penetrated and exploded near the waist gunners, injuring the crew and creating a huge hole. The oxygen supply was taken out and the pub spun towards the ground. With the crew unconscious due to lack of oxygen, the B-17 fell for 4 miles.
Wow. I just have to say, so far a lot of bullets have flown. Just saying. But wow. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have drank before I watched this. But again, I'm sure everything will come together. But there's just a lot of cool stuff. I'm trying to remember which plane was the one that went under the clouds. I thought it was the pub at first, but now the pub's here. So again, just bear with me. I'm trying to take it all in. But but this is a music reaction too, right? So we're good, right? We're good. Okay.
Charlie started to come around and grabbed the controls, pulling back as the plane continued to fall. 5,000
big
feet,
plane,
4,000 feet, 3,000 feet. Just moments from hitting the earth, the plane pulled up, almost scraping the trees as it did.
Oh, here we go. All right. There's that guitar tone I love so much.
So hurry up, rearm and refuel. But through the bombers damage that brain, see wounded men scared to the bone. Look to the right and then look again. I see the enemy in the eye. No bullets fly, spared by his mercy. Escorted out, out on the arms way, fighting fair.
You know what? Hang on. I was just told, I just remembered this. I'm sorry. And just so you know, too, I'm trying to make these as genuine as possible. I don't want to stop and go back and rewatch something. You know, I want to make sure everything's genuine, but I was told make sure that the captions are on. So I'm going to try to do that really quick. There we go. We got captions. Important for the story. Okay. So let's back up a little bit. And we'll start again. Okay.
Look to the right and then look again. I see the enemy in the eye. No bullets fly, spared by his mercy. Escorted out, out on the arms way.
cool. Okay, so I see what's happening here. So, code of the air, right? They see a plane that's damaged. They see that they're in bad shape. There's no way for them to fight back. I mean, they don't know that their guns are frozen, but their guns are frozen. Maybe the fact that they didn't fire first. So the Germans they have a golden opportunity to take a very large plane down, but they're not. And it even said something about escorted to safety or something. So I see what's happening here. This is going to be cool. He gave up the cross that he deserved. So obviously, by shooting down this plane, would have garnered, some honor, maybe even a medal, but he gave it up.
Let's go to safety out of the kill zone. A short salute and a powder flying. Fighting fair is the code of the air. Brothers, heroes, foes. Honor in the sky. Flying home. Send goodbye to the cross. It is
And also too, let me comment about the music. I'm already seeing definitely a different, and I know they got so many songs, so they're obviously going to have differences to them. But Night Witches was just kind of more of a chanting, different phrases, kind of over and over again, very fast paced. But this is definitely more of a little bit more relaxed, kind of that verse chorus thing. You can feel a little bit more concrete elements to the music. Which of course the other one, I'm not saying this is any better or worse. I mean, it served its purpose for sure for that. So this is pretty cool. Let me back up again a little bit. Gotta have that solo in there. So they're escorting him out of the war zone, basically. Wow. And he just flies away. That's amazing. I'm really excited to really get into the story behind this, Is he going to get reprimanded? What do you think?
The story was kept secret until 1986, when Brown started the search for the German pilot who had shown mercy on that December day all those years ago. In 1990, Brown received a letter from a man named Stigler, who was living in Canada. Stigler explained that he had been the pilot of the German fighter who had escorted Ye Olde Pub. This video is of their first meeting.
Oh my gosh, they
Franz,
met.
what were your feelings when you met again for the first time?
I was so happy as we met that I dropped him, hugged him.
Wow.
What's up, DJ? Hey, Charlie.
The fact that he risked his life really in many ways, and I wrote him in a letter. I said, if you made a habit of feeling sorry for bomber crews, flag up alongside them, I am sure that you were shot down many times. But it was not only the audacity that he came up to us and then recognizing the threat. If someone had seen him and reported him, it could have been a death sentence.
Yeah.
Friends gifted Charlie a book, and inside the inscription read, "In 1940, I lost my only brother as a night fighter. On the 20th of December, 4 days before Christmas, I had the chance to save a B-17 from her destruction. A plane so badly damaged, it was a wonder that she was still flying. The pilot, Charlie Brown, is for me as precious as my brother was. Thanks, Charlie. Your brother Franz." In 2008, within a few months of each other, the two firm friends went on their final journey. Franz Stigler never got the Knight's Cross, but as he always said, he got something better.
I'm sorry, I don't want to stop it. I feel like I should say something, but
Mom, don't listen.
he's telling his mom.
Hi, my name is Jovita Tan Stiegler. I would like to thank Sabaton and your song, No Bullets Fly. Because of this, the story of my father will live on. See you on your next concert tour. Safe journey, gentlemen, and again, thank you.
Wow. You know, I mean, we talked about this a little bit in the other video. I mean, not to bash any other bands out there, but who else is really doing this, you know? Just keeping these stories alive. I mean, you saw what it meant to the family member. I didn't notice if that was the daughter or the granddaughter, whoever that was, but just how powerful this is. You know, and even the shot where they were kind of all standing there with the ghost of the Night Witch that one time, it just kind of shows that, you know, their presence is there, just kind of in the middle of these stories, just keeping them alive and presenting them to the world. So that was cool. Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about it though. Okay, yeah, that was incredible. That was an experience, you know. And I'm noticing too, these aren't just songs, you know, these are experiences that force you to think, force you to delve deeper, to dig into history. I imagine you can thank this band a lot for people getting into history where maybe they wouldn't have otherwise done so, you know. But and I know in my last video at the end I talked a little bit about the romance of war, you know, and that rose-colored glass that sometimes in history, the way war was painted, where you know, these gallant heroes doing these amazing things, and they were so brave and all of that. And then of course there's the other side of things where you really have to question, what the hell are we doing when it comes to war? Like, what are we doing? And honestly, before I saw this video, I thought this might have been one of the stories from like World War I, where on Christmas, everybody would stop fighting, and sometimes they would even join each other in the trenches. There's instances where different armies, different groups actually would play soccer or get together and just hang out a little bit. And of course, the commanding officers didn't like that at all. That's where a lot of propaganda came in, trying to paint the enemy as just this monster, you know, that doesn't think like you, you know. But at the end of the day, I don't think I need to tell you this. At the end of the day, no matter how different we are, different countries we come from, we all have the same things inside of us that we really want, right? We want to be loved. We want family. Everybody has those same genuine desires and needs. And in the end, we're not that different at all, right? So yeah, when you look at war long enough, you have to ask, why are we doing this? What is this all about? So it is truly honorable, that they saw this big plane that, I mean, if they shot something like that down, that would have been a medal, an award, right? But instead there was honor, right? There was the thought of their brother, and there was all those other things that stopped him from doing it. And I'll have to again watch this. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go back and watch this a few more times. But I'm going to have to find out. I don't think he told anybody when he landed that he spared that ship, because again, it could have been a court martial or a death sentence. So super cool, man. I am so glad that I'm doing this. And again, thank you for this recommendation. I'm sure you have others. If you think Bismarck is a good place to go next, should I do live? Should I do the music video? Just let me know where to go next. And again, for those of you who live in Sweden, help me out a little bit with the project that I have to do. That'd be great. And even if I didn't have a project to do, it would be nice to hear a little bit about your country and all of that, because honestly, I can learn a lot more. So thank you for this, and I look forward to seeing you the next time we do this, which will be very soon. Have a great day. Be safe and be nice to each other.